I'm Misha.
And I'm Nez.
And
this
together
is
we are Luxury
Luxury
Unedited.
Unedited.
And today
you
we have...
I love how animated this intro is.
Okay, baby, but you are...
I'm Abdullah.
Abdullah.
I'm sure most of you know him, especially in the region. Abdullah has become at the forefront, I would say, of, I don't know, I don't want to call you an influencer.
Well, that's what I was going to ask.
I mean, how should we address you?
I don't know. I feel like maybe like a content creator.
Content creator.
Yeah,
I think.
and an entrepreneur and a mogul.
Absolutely, and a mogul. I love the mogul. And Lama's brother, most importantly, for me. I love you, Lams. I love you. I miss you. I asked him, why didn't you bring her? So I've known Abdullah for just a little bit now.
Yeah, not too long,
Yeah,
actually.
not too long.
No.
Yeah,
Like
I actually met Lama before you,
3
but
years.
3 years.
Oh, then
yeah.
we're closer.
4 years?
Yeah, maybe 4 years. What is that? What is that?
Oh, okay.
What is
Sorry.
that? Two-handed, thank you,
Sorry,
girl.
guys.
We have already established that Nadine likes me more, but now you
That's
have to
not
like me
true.
more as well.
That's not true.
No, seriously.
That's
So,
not
Abdullah,
true.
tell us a little bit about yourself
yeah.
and how you started.
What made you go into this space,
Ooh.
even if it's content
Did it come
creation?
to you, or did you go to it?
Were you just sharing like your lifestyle, your
So
fashion?
yeah. So that's kind of how it started. I think I'm just an oversharer in general
Yeah.
with everything.
Yeah.
Everything in
Not
life.
cheese though.
No.
When we have cheese, he keeps it to
No,
himself.
I love my cheese. But yeah, so I think it just started with like oversharing. And then it just like grew into something, and like people started following me. And it was at the time when I started to get into it like professionally, I was living in Paris. And that's when I started to like work with brands.
Oh, darling, living in Paris.
What were you doing in
So
Paris?
chic.
So chic.
What
I
were you
was in
doing?
school, darling.
What were you studying?
I was doing luxury fashion management.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but I was in law school before that. So I was in law school.
Oh.
That's a bit of a jump, no? From law school to fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess.
But I think from a logical perspective, I feel like law taught me to be like more
Structured
yeah, because I'm like,
everywhere.
and I feel like I live in like a land of like
Make believe?
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
I was gonna say Delulu land, but yeah.
Make believe, the land
Yeah,
of make believe.
definitely.
Yeah.
I live in a land of make believe, so I feel like that kind of like gave me like some
Yeah, you have to
structure in
kind
my
of
life.
learn and read outside of the kind of
Completely,
yeah.
completely, and
So
then moved to
boundaries.
Paris.
How did it start? So what was like the first?
So I think when people started to like I started to get noticed, like,
Yeah.
and people would be like, oh, in the street, they'd be like, oh, you're Abdullah, I follow you. I'm like, whoa, this is weird.
What, as in your style? Or-
Yeah, like they'd follow me. They'd be like, they're
Yeah.
interested in me, or like they think I'm cool. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm cool, so
I mean,
I'm
yeah,
not
darling,
like
yeah,
that.
cool.
darling. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, you're only as cool as the people you're sitting with, you know that, right?
Fact.
I don't need the attention.
No,
so.
darling. But no, I get that. I do get that because it is actually, it's quite a surreal moment because you think Instagram and no one's really paying attention, and then people come up to you and they go, oh, you're this.
But
Yeah,
also,
yeah.
also
Thank you,
you're
mate,
quite
yeah.
you're quite genuine and like in terms of how you come across.
I like
and,
to hope that I'm quite genuine.
and you're very like positive about
true to yourself, I
others.
think.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like we
Yeah,
met
yeah,
at FTA,
Yeah.
Fashion Trust Arabia, when it first launched.
Because
Exactly.
Nez was very pivotal in that. In
Yeah.
the first, yeah.
And
I'd just like to let you know that my friend Nez, she was pivotal at FTA.
Definitely was.
Yeah.
and you know, you are sort of pro talent in the region as
Mhm.
well. It's not just about you singularly thinking about yourself, is
Yeah.
it? It's like
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, 90% of
Like-
his day is like, I'm going this, I'm working out this, and this is what I'm going to buy. Sorry, Abdullah. I just want to go back a bit because really you started and
I was
you've
gonna say.
seen that. Again, yeah, okay, content creating, not influencing, but I think you did have a big influence, especially in the male. You know,
Mhm.
there's a lot
Yeah.
of girls doing things, what I'm wearing, what I'm eating, where I'm going, what I'm doing.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
but as a male to do this from
Mhm.
our region, I think you're definitely
Right, I was going
one
to
of
ask, were you the first or
I was
was-
one of, I
one
think, the
of.
first.
who
I
do
mean,
you
the
see
first
as
in
your
Qatar for sure.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
And I think as a Khaliji, probably maybe the first.
Yeah, that's
that's what we're
true.
talking
Yeah.
like GCC.
Yeah,
In terms of
GCC
fashion,
wise,
yeah.
completely. And I
Yeah.
still think to today, I like struggle a little bit with it because I think
What?
people are still in that bubble of like fashion is just for women
Yeah.
Yeah.
and men shouldn't be doing this. Like men shouldn't be whatever. Men shouldn't be in beauty. Men shouldn't be
But
in.
actually, men's fashion and the way men here in the region take care of themselves, especially Khalij, you know, the hair, the skincare, the
They're always
Mhm.
the best smelling
Yeah.
and the most, yeah, really. But I tell you something, don't forget, the men's skincare industry has exploded because before maybe men didn't, but I think due to all the content creators and people that think I mean it's
that's something we
just,
can talk about a bit later
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
Abdullah does
But no, I
actually have
agree.
his
yes,
own
we know.
beauty.
But see, I led that quite nicely. Just I'm sowing
Look
seeds.
at you.
I'm sowing seeds.
Just,
I'm
like, sitting
sowing
here, like,
seed. Knitting. I'm
knitting,
knitting.
knitting.
But
Always
what made
knitting.
you? It was during COVID. I remember.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
started
Yeah.
talking. You were like, you know, I want to
I
do this
started
thing,
exactly.
and I was like, that just feels like such a natural progression.
I
for
agree
you.
completely. And I think like brand wise,
When did they start approaching you, the brands? Because now you work with a
Ooh.
lot of brands.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I think when I lived in Paris, I first started to like get into it, and I was like, wow, this could actually turn into something, you know? And then I graduated from school and I moved back to Doha, and that's when I started to really feel like this is like a full-time thing. And my dad's like, "Oh, do you not want to get a job?" I'm like,
This is.
I'm like, this kind of is turning into my job. Like this is a
Yeah,
full-on thing.
What do they think of
follows
it
you?
now?
Like, who's what? Do you know your demographic?
Like my demographics.
Yeah.
Misha follows.
Misha's following me.
And watch fashionista.
I follow you, but I like DIY.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's my
I agree.
favorite.
I agree. I have so many different personalities on social media.
DIY Abdullah.
DIY Abdullah is one of
He
my
is
personalities.
he is the funniest because he
Yeah.
takes it with such sincerity.
Mm.
Anyway, yeah. So your demographic.
Obsessed. Yeah. So my demographic is GCC. So my top is Saudi Arabia when it comes to a
Interesting.
following, which is kind of cool. Love you guys.
We love you.
Shout out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it is mainly Khaliji heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Saudi, Qatar, UAE.
How did the brand start approaching you?
I think it
Who was
like
your first big brand?
Ooh, I don't know.
And are they regional
I
or
feel
international
like
campaigns?
International.
Which is unusual.
Yeah. I feel like I started working with the international brands when I.
But we
when I
can't-
first
No,
started
but were the
it.
campaigns that they might have been global brands, luxury
Uh-huh.
brands, but the campaigns that they asked you to work on, were they regionally focused or were they campaigns that had a much wider global reach?
No, it was regional. It was more regional. Definitely in the beginning, it was much more regional.
That's in the beginning, but
Um,
now I've seen because I saw you just did something with. You've been doing something with Berluti for a while,
Yes.
right? And that's
Yeah,
that seems to be not just regional.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I
yeah.
think-
So Berluti, I've been working with really closely.
Mhm.
It's actually one of my favorite brands. I feel like I have so much appreciation for like the craftsmanship that goes into like their products, and that's something that I feel like now more than before I got to realize like what specifically I want and the brands that I want to work with more than the brands that want to work with me.
Yeah.
Because then again, I want to stay true to like myself and my audience and all of that stuff, but also working with brands that actually I feel like have an added value to like
You can resonate as
Yeah.
well, like your kind of
At the end of the day, if you don't work with people that you have an affinity with, if you just like you see so many people that one day they're saying, oh, this is the best shampoo. Next week they're like, oh no, actually this is the best. You lose
Not even
complete
next
respect for them
week.
the following day or
So,
whatever.
yeah.
Or somebody does something for a shawarma stand and the following day they're doing something for Gucci. I mean, it just doesn't work.
Yeah,
If you don't stay true to who you are, you're going to get lost. You're going to get lost.
Yeah, you've got to have
in the
similar
masses.
values
I agree.
for sure.
I agree completely.
So I do think that's been part of your success, that you have
I
stuck
think
to
so.
that.
I think people trust me.
What
they
do you
trust what I
do
have
with
to
them
say.
though? Like
What
for
do you
those
mean?
interested with like in terms of Berluti, what is it when you say you work
So
with them?
so whether it's like it's a specific like a launch of like let's say like a new shoe or a new design or a new whatever, but also we work on the basis that like I'm one of the friends of the brand, let's
Yeah.
say.
Ambassador?
I mean, I don't want to say an ambassador, but I work
Yeah.
with them very closely. But then we go on like these experience trips. Like we
Yeah.
went on
I
this
saw
trip
it
to
to Venice.
Yeah, to Venice,
saw
which
that. It
was
was
so
great.
cool. And we got to see like how they manufacture and what goes into like the production of like the shoe and all of these like little details that I wouldn't have thought about, or
Yeah.
the audience wouldn't think about, and I think it's important to show the audience what goes into the
product,
creation
yeah.
of a product, or the creation of a specific item, or whatever, whether it's a shoe or a jacket or a watch, or
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's really important for them to understand the story, because that's where the value comes in.
Yeah, and it builds loyalty as well, right?
Exactly.
So now that like you've seen that craftsmanship and the artisans, you can put a face to a
Yeah.
brand.
Yeah, and then
No, I
go
agree.
further. So now, for instance, in Qatar, because I mean, I saw you recently when we were at an Off-White event together, which was really beautifully done,
Yeah.
right? Are you like the go-to person of everyone regionally? And I think you're here with Bulgari Hotels or something at the
Yeah,
moment.
yeah.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
some of us
Bulgari
have to
always
slum it
somehow-
at
yeah.
Bulgari.
Yeah, but so do you consider that you're the first stop? You're the first port of call for these brands when they want something regionally?
I mean, I don't want to say yes, but I don't want to say no.
No. He doesn't want to say yes, doesn't want to say no. He's confused.
Exactly.
You
No,
will
I
be
choose
well,
not to
audience.
comment.
No, I
I
know.
choose not to
humble.
comment.
Yeah,
He's
Yeah,
exactly.
I
Yeah.
mean,
humble.
I don't know. I think people just enjoy. I mean, I enjoy working with people, and I enjoy people in general, and I think
Okay.
that maybe reflects.
So then-
Is
you
there
know.
a way that you feel that luxury brands could market themselves better in this region?
I think completely yes.
Yeah.
I think there's still so many brands that still don't include the Middle East
Yeah.
in
This
the
is a whole
global
podcast I wanna do
campaigns
with
and
you,
the
yeah.
global launches.
and the
We don't
fashion shows
see
and everything.
exactly.
Can I tell you something that I really hate, and I'm going to put this out. Okay, I'm going to get on my soapbox. You see all the shows at the whole fashion month, right? And you'll see ambassadors of the brand, which we do have a few of Arabic ones, but then you'll get the international coverage, and it will be friend of the house, obviously somebody from America. You'll have somebody from Europe. You'll have somebody from Asia. You'll have nobody from the Middle East. And the amount of spend that happens
Yeah, I was going to say,
here
which ironically, the
it's-
consumer,
is
they're all focused on the consumers here. But I feel a lot of the times, particularly talking
they don't
to
have the
some of
respect
them,
for the consumer here.
yeah, or there's
That's
just that,
my opinion.
yeah, I guess respect,
I think
yes,
that's
in
what it is.
My
in a
opinion.
way, because
That's
the
a whole
lack
other
of knowledge,
podcast.
having been here for so many, we're talking decades, right,
Yeah.
some of these brands, and there's still a lack of knowledge of understanding who the Middle Eastern customer is.
And because we know so much, actually, we are at a lot of it at the forefront of fashion. We know what we want. We know what works. We are stylish.
Completely, I
We
agree.
had
really?
a guest actually, Lupe
Yeah.
Puerto,
Puerto.
who had worked at Net-a-Porter Harrods, and she got the Middle Eastern customer down to
Spot
a T.
on.
Mhm.
Super
We know
educated.
what we
She
want,
said
super
some of them
educated.
are more educated on the products themselves than the people working within the brands.
Yeah.
The thing that
Yeah.
I don't appreciate is that our money's good enough, but our representation is not so out there for me. But like I said, that's a whole other topic that I'd like to get into, maybe just as a one-on-one with you and I, Nez, and then I can really let go without dragging someone into it. So
Is there a brand then?
I love that.
Is there a brand that you work with or would like to work with that you'd like to be part of their global campaign? What?
I mean, honestly, so many brands.
I know,
Okay,
I
give
I
us-
know who's at the top, because it would be mine. It has a big H, right? I mean, come
Well,
on.
I mean, to be honest, with the big
Yes,
H.
yeah.
Are we
We
allowed
love
to?
the
Why,
big
why
H.
can't we say the
I
name?
don't
Hermes,
know, I don't
Hermes,
know.
Hermes,
Hermes,
Hermes, Hermes.
Hermes.
We love you, and thank you for taking away
Yeah,
the
we
Q from
we
July
love
month.
Hermes.
Yeah.
And I actually work with them
A lot.
so much,
Which
and I
leads me
love
to a
them.
very important question.
Actually leads
And
me
I
to an important
love-
question, Abdullah, because
Yeah.
you have way too many and you need to start donating them to me.
What? No.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
Hermes bags.
Yeah.
They let you, right? They just give you every time you go.
No.
Oh, you heard it here first. They give it to you
No,
first.
I wish that I could just walk into an Hermes store and be like, I want that, and I could get it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Well, that's quite
it's
refreshing.
the
I
same
have to
for
say.
everyone, you know, works
Yeah.
the same way.
Mm,
You
I'm
just-
jealous,
we'll have
like-
to
You have
discuss
to
that.
play. You
I'm
have to
jealous
play.
that
We have to
I
play the game.
You have
It's
to
all
play
a
the
game. Let me
I'm
tell
a
You have to play
pleb
the
like
game.
everyone
No,
else.
but so then you started, you
number
went
one.
back, you got into this more content creating. It obviously took off because I mean I started following you and I really enjoy your content as well. In fact, I think you and maybe Gestad guy are the only two men that I follow in terms of content
Ooh.
creation, and I love Mac. He's amazing. So how did that progress to you thinking, okay, I need to take the next step and create my own brand? Because obviously, Brand Abdullah is a brand now. But how did we take
I'm
it
sorry,
into
my
into
butt is
skincare?
vibrating.
But
Oh
it's
my
vibrating.
God,
Whilst his
yeah.
butt is vibrating, I just noticed
Oh,
his
my mom is
sunglasses.
calling me.
Oh, you can't scream,
Mama,
Mama,
let's
Mama.
answer
Should we
her.
answer?
We'll leave this in.
We'll leave this in. Hi, Mom. Mama. Mama,
She
don't put
hung
no.
up.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Don't put her on.
Schlonik,
Don't put her
Schlonik,
on
Mama.
thing because she might scream. So anyway, no, really, how did then? So Brand Abdullah is obviously
They look
content
really cool on you.
creator.
Oh,
Yeah, they
thank
actually
you.
look
Super
really
Gen
cool on
Z.
you.
Such a vibe.
Oh, yeah?
Excuse me,
Cute.
I'm in the middle of a serious question here.
Okay, sorry.
Go.
So we did
go.
Brand Abdullah. Then how did we take it into? What made you go into perfume and skincare?
Okay, so
Because of the big box.
it's all a marketing.
Yes,
No,
yeah,
imagine.
No.
So basically, I started with fragrances 3 years ago, almost. So fragrance is something that I've always loved. I love fragrances so much.
Integral to the part of the culture
I agree,
here, right?
completely,
Fragrance.
completely.
A lot. I don't know what it's like in Qatar, but a lot of my Emirati friends say that they have perfumeries. Like their grandmothers would make their fragrances
Mhm.
in the home. So
Yeah,
each family home would have their own fragrance.
Nice.
Yeah. No, it's true,
And they layer it. It's like
completely.
a story.
completely,
Yeah.
and everything is very personalized because you put on this and then you put on that and you put
And
on
it's
this and you put,
layering,
it's
yeah.
like the art of layering, and
He's just fixing it. Stop. Can you just stop? Stop faffing with yourself. Answer the question.
Abdullah is just
stop
touching
faffing
his head.
about.
Stop
Stop
faffing
faffing
about.
about.
So basically I started with fragrance. And it's something that I've always loved and wanted to do. And I wanted to create something where it was 2 different fragrances that
Mhm.
take you from day to night. So this was
Okay.
the kind of concept that I
did.
went with. Yeah. So we did a day fragrance and then an evening fragrance. So one is more powdery, more airy. The other one's more
Musky,
sexy,
sexy.
more
Mhm.
more intense. I would
How do
say.
you contextualize sexy in a fragrance? Like what tones do you?
For me, it's woody.
Woody.
You want it to be woody. You
I
want it
would
to
have
be
thought more musky.
warm.
Musky would be more sexy. A
You
little
think?
musk.
Smutty.
No,
Like
not musk. Not not white musk. Like a nice.
like a not like a
Yeah.
I feel you a more of an incense
Yeah.
kind
That's
of
the next
a
fragrance.
yeah.
Oh yeah, she's a fragrance lady.
I'm a fragrance girl.
Yeah.
I know top
I
notes, middle
know,
notes,
I know,
and
I
I have,
know, I
and you
know.
like some of my
Yeah,
fragrances.
your
I like.
fragrances are really
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, and
Really,
I love
really
you.
good.
I love this.
Right,
Yeah.
tell us.
Great. And then skincare was
So
a
and
natural
then
progression.
so then fragrances did really well. I launched a third fragrance. And then during COVID, just before COVID, I was I really want to get into skincare. It's something that I'm obsessed with.
Yeah.
And the thing is
So you didn't
many...
do fragrance with in mind a
No,
bigger strategy.
completely not.
Yeah.
I was I'm going to do fragrance. I'm just going to do a lot of cool fragrances, and that was kind of what I wanted to get into. And then with skincare, the thing is, I work with a lot of beauty brands, and I felt at that point we were getting fed with way too many products.
Yeah.
And it's okay, here's a 12-step skincare routine. Sorry, but
Impossible. Who's
how?
got time for that? Yeah.
Who? When? What? Why? How? What? Literally a normal person, let's say you're trying to go to work at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
You wake up at 6:45 thinking you're going to get to work by 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
You're not going to have time to put 10 different products on your face. You just need 2 essential products. Let's say a facial cleanser and maybe a moisturizer,
Yeah.
SPF, whatever, and you're good to go, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I wanted to do. I wanted to do skincare that works for everyone. That's kind of basic essentials.
Is it unisex?
Yeah, so everything is
see. Oh.
genderless. And we started off with a foaming cleanser and a moisturizer. So 2 essential products. Everything is oil-free, soap-free, works for all skin types.
So basically, it's just water.
It is. It really is. No, but it really
Yeah.
is. The base of our products is
It's
water.
Fantastic, which is
Um,
actually the base of a lot of phenomenal Korean
Yeah.
skincare brands.
Yeah.
They're
So
all
that was
water
the
based.
kind of
Water is at
goal,
the
super
forefront.
light. And then we expanded from there where we started to do like more basics and more essentials. So we have like serums and, you know, we're kind of expanding the range now.
Yeah.
But I really wanted to do basic skincare for everyone that's amazing at a really great price point because I feel like everyone should be able to afford skincare.
Yeah, my God,
Absolutely.
yeah, absolutely.
And that actually works, and you know what it's doing because it's like it's literally just a vitamin C serum or
Yeah.
just a hyaluronic acid serum, you know.
Yeah.
So you know exactly what you're getting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you use it?
Of course.
I'm just
What?
checking.
His skin is
Oh, his
flawless.
Look
skin
at
is
me.
flawless. Yes, but you know, it is. Yeah, it's no, that's fantastic.
And do you
Yeah.
see an extension? Like, what's the next step?
So we're getting. Well, I mean, now that we've kind of focused mainly on like I think physical Qatar market.
Yeah.
We're also available online internationally. We ship
Yeah.
everywhere. We're also available at the Qatar duty free. So
Yeah,
if you're
I
ever in the
noticed
airport,
that. Yes,
Yeah.
I saw that.
And now I'm working on like regional expansion. So I really want to like get into the UAE market, the
I'm
Saudi
sure
market.
that will happen.
I think it's something that's really important, and I think also it is important to have like touch points where people can try some of the products.
Absolutely.
'Cause it
Especially
is-
skincare. I think.
Exactly. You want to feel the texture, how your skin reacts to it, and all that stuff. So that's something that's really important. But also, I really want to start expanding into like different products, like hair care, you
Yeah.
know. But obviously, I need to start, you know,
How hands-on are you in this in the production?
super
I
hands-on.
feel
Yeah.
you're
I'm
genuinely
like
hands-on.
crazy.
Yeah.
I'm really,
Yeah,
really
but I mean,
crazy.
I know that you're crazy, but I'm
Yeah.
not even
Do you
crazy
know-
about this. Yeah.
No.
I'm crazy,
Yeah.
crazy.
But I do think like there is the odd like in terms of I wouldn't say makeup, but
Hmm.
like concealer.
Yeah.
I mean, I know my concealer goes missing,
Hmm.
and I know who's taken it. Once I found a concealer in my husband's car, I was like, "Who is that concealer?"
Yeah.
It's like, it's mine.
Yeah.
But it was yours.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fine. So that is something I think
Uh-huh.
to look at.
No, definitely. I think something that we've like dabbled in is we created this product that it's called the Celestial Serum.
Yeah.
And
Ooh.
basically it
I like
has,
the name.
Yeah, it's really pretty. It's like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Again,
And,
back in your dream fantasy
okay, yeah,
world. Yeah.
let's take it back. And it's pigmented.
Yeah.
So it has a little bit of pigment. And it's like the base of it is like stem cells, it has collagen, it has all these
Ooh.
like amazing ingredients, but it also has a little bit of pigment because I wanted it to be like a product where girls want to have more flawless looking skin, but where use skincare,
Yeah.
they're able to do that without
Yeah.
applying makeup, you
Yeah.
know? So I think we are getting into that a little bit.
I mean, don't forget,
a no
Kahel
makeup girl.
historically
Yeah.
in the region was for men and women.
Mhm.
Not true. Do you manufacture your stuff in Qatar?
No.
Where? He's not saying. He's not saying. Okay,
It's not,
trade
it's not
secrets.
a label.
Oh,
I've nothing
I
to
don't know.
hide.
Yeah, no, I
nothing
know.
to
Where's it
hide.
made? Where is it made?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Okay, I'll have to go buy one. You didn't send me any, which is shame on
What's
you.
everything?
By
I've
the
got
way,
everything, yes.
I'll send you.
Yeah, but you didn't send me any, which is very naughty. Now,
So television?
yes, is the
We've
next step
done
TV?
fashion. We've done beauty. What you know?
Is the next
How
step
do we
TV?
get-
I hear the next step is TV. That's
who
where
are
you'd
you
like.
hearing it from?
That's where you'd like to dabble into.
I would definitely love to dabble into that.
Yeah.
But what's dabbling? What does
I don't
Dabbling.
know.
a reality like
I don't know. I'd love to
behind the
dabble.
scenes?
Behind
I'd
the
love to
scenes.
dabble. I think I have a larger than life personality.
Especially in Joe and the Juice,
Yeah,
where
I
we're
think-
fighting
I
over
think you
those.
have a split personality.
Very definitely, especially
mean,
when you
his-
see DIY Abdullah.
DIY
Yeah.
Abdullah, there's greedy pig Abdullah when
Yeah.
it comes to food.
Yeah, I'm still.
Ooh,
And
by
there's-
the way, I love food so much.
So then, why don't you open a restaurant?
I think I'd get fat.
Think so, actually. I don't think
That's
so.
the reason why you wouldn't.
I don't think so.
I think I would
don't
for sure
think
get.
so.
I'd be there every day, all day.
Tasting.
Test it. Yeah, I'm like, oh, let's try this. Let's add this on the menu. Like,
Yeah.
let's no, and I wouldn't have to pay for anything.
No, I.
I get so fat.
yeah. So
Do you
listen
have
to
to
me.
pay for anything anyway?
You don't have to pay for anything now, do you? Let's be honest. That's part of the content creation. Stop slurping and start answering.
I choose not to comment.
Oh,
He's-
we're
he's-
gonna get to we
he's
choose next
My
allowed.
week.
life
He's
is
allowed.
so expensive. As
Oh
is,
my
so-
god!
But as a
Somebody
luxury,
bring out, yeah.
luxury consumer,
Yeah.
like, what would you like to see though? I don't feel we quite
Yeah.
answered
Like to
that.
see what?
As a luxury
From
consumer.
brand, yeah.
Yeah.
What would you like to see from brands? What do you think's missing?
I feel like actually I was talking about this today. I feel like more brands should do regional specific products or regional specific exclusive products.
But they do
They
a
do.
lot.
I think they're starting to do it more and more, but I think there's still a lack of understanding for what we actually want.
What? Give me an example.
Yeah.
Like, fine, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like everyone, when they're like, oh, the region, like, let's do a designer abaya line, or
No,
let's do
well, we
a
all-
luxury
we all know
caftan.
that word.
Yeah, no, yeah.
You know, and it's like, guys, like,
We wear more than that. We
more-
are way
yeah,
more than
like
that.
let's
yeah.
not like pigeonhole like the Middle East to just that, you know. Or like they're like, okay, let's do a Qatar exclusive. It'll be like like maroon or burgundy, like the flag. And I'm like, dude, but like,
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
like cheesy, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
maybe,
was there an artist you think you'd like to see collaborate with the luxury brands? That anyone from the creative industry?
I think more and more like when we look at Qatar in general, I feel like more of like our artists are collaborating with like international brands and are
Yeah.
doing stuff like Buthaina al-Miftah in
Oh
Qatar.
yeah, I
Yes,
love
yeah.
her
Yeah.
work.
So she has collaborated with like David Webb. So she does a lot of really cool stuff.
David Webb.
So I think that's really cool when brands do things like that.
Yeah, I
'cause
think
feel
it's
like,
actually important.
yeah,
It's important.
culturally significant, I feel.
Yeah, but also to get recognition from these brands, how important these markets are to them. Again, I'm going to get off my soapbox on that because we're not discussing anything now. Do you not think it is time for the
Top 5.
Oh, oh, oh.
Top 5 alive. Can I go?
Okay.
Can I go?
You go. You
I go?
go. You go,
Because you
girl.
know me, if I don't go, I'll forget. Right. Number 1, question number 1 in our top 5 is
Misha is the
Who
answer.
is your celebrity crush style?
See, Misha is the answer. No.
Style wise.
Style wise, yeah. Who do you think is exceptionally well dressed all the time? Oh, don't say yourself. I know it's going round your head. I know
He's
you.
trying to think.
I know him.
I'm like, how
I've done
can I
it, I've
answer
got-
this
I've done it.
question without talking about myself?
Oh,
No,
I'm
no,
fine.
no. Okay, do we do like a male and female, or just like a
Yeah,
male?
go for it.
Ooh. I think guys.
Yeah.
Jacob Eluardi. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Eluardi.
What?
I don't know. Who is it?
This guy.
Is
Wait.
he an actor?
Is he an
Is
actor?
Yeah. He's an actor. He's in Euphoria. He's in.
Oh, I don't know anyone's name. Can I tell you? I am so
Um,
useless when it comes to famous people's names because I live in a bubble.
anyone under
Elordi.
20.
Elordi. I don't know
Yeah.
how to pronounce his name.
That's
He has
okay.
really cool style.
Yeah. Okay.
Like really
Oh.
cool.
and
good skin.
female. Hey,
Misha.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Like,
Aside
look,
from
he's
Misha.
cool.
He's
Let's see,
very
let me
cool.
see.
Yeah, very casual.
He's
Like
very
casual,
yeah. Well,
cool.
that's also a very Abdullah look kind of
But
thing.
also,
no?
he's got a good
Yeah.
framework there. Clothes look good
Yeah.
on that frame.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah,
So-
yeah,
And
yeah.
female?
I think that
And female,
helps.
he said Misha. It's
Who-
enough.
I definitely Misha.
Realistically,
And no,
realistic-
seriously, realistically,
You know, I don't know who has nice style anymore. I feel like everyone dresses the same.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
also
I
true.
mean, there is a lot of the
I do,
same kind.
who's
of thing.
yours?
Mine?
Yeah.
Who do I really? I don't really have
I,
one. It's
but I tell
terrible.
you who.
Oh, maybe Zendaya. I do love
Oh,
Zendaya.
Zendaya, but
I do
Zendaya
love
has
her.
really good red carpet
Yeah,
moments.
yeah, she has
Yeah.
phenomenal. Yeah, like
Yeah.
day, yeah,
I
normal
don't know
day to
about
day
like
in the picture.
normal day to
Yeah,
day.
her red carpet is off
Mm.
the charts for me. There is nobody. And also, I gotta say, even though she was on our podcast, and it's not because of that, but Elizabeth van der Watts, she dresses
Yeah.
unbelievable.
But
She's the person I like to see.
Who is that?
She's the CEO of Browns, Elizabeth van der Watts.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Okay.
Lizzie.
So,
Yeah. Queen
and
Elizabeth.
so I feel that she she is always someone I like to see when she's photographed at Fashion Month and stuff.
You don't
and
think
I like her
Victoria
style.
Beckham is super chic?
No, I
You're
really
you think
don't.
she's like
I mean,
lost
I
it?
think I do think no. I think she looks very. She dresses well. She looks very good.
Yeah, she just
She
looks
dresses
looks
well,
really
but
good. But I'm not
it's
like no.
yeah.
Yeah, I know
and
what you
also
mean.
because she's always wearing her own clothes.
Well, if we're talking about brands, I'm slightly obsessed with Bottega Veneta's
Yeah, of
ready
course
to
you
wear.
are. Yeah.
What about like
You are.
Mary Kate and Ashley?
Oh yeah, they're always great. The row is
They're
phenomenal.
super
But I
They're
always
cool.
feel like
cool.
their clothes are like
Too big for them?
they're wearing their parents' clothes.
I mean, yeah, it's a
Well,
lot of like,
Yeah, which
Yeah.
I understand. I'm someone that wears
But it's
very baggy
cool.
clothes all the time, but
like
you
it's
Yeah.
smoker's breath cool, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
I
it's-
don't
I mean,
know.
it's
That's
very,
not-
it's
nothing
very
cool
outdated.
about
nothing
it.
cool
It's
about
very
that.
outdated, but it's that kind of
There's-
like
yeah,
a cool, you
There's
know?
no, yeah, no. And you have a celebrity crush for somebody that dresses really well?
well,
Female, I don't-
yeah, that
What's her name?
actress with short bleached hair, Scottish, Amazonian.
Oh, Tilda
Tilda
Tilda.
Swinton.
Yeah.
Tilda. Yeah, Tilda always
She's
dresses
like-
well. Yeah, she dresses super well, super well. Now, my question would
Yeah,
be,
go
one
on.
of my questions would be,
This is a part of the
if
five,
you
or are you
could,
just
and
making
this is
this
part
up?
of the five,
Okay.
sweetheart. If you could have someone endorse your skincare, who would it be? Like a face of the brand.
Misha.
Yeah. Misha is the answer.
You heard it here first.
Yes. Yeah. No,
It's
seriously.
not about
like-
pro aging, Misha.
Ooh.
Okay. I guess I love you.
I don't know, you know, I just feel like everyday people. Like I
Yeah,
wouldn't say
yeah.
like a face, you know, I just want like normal people that have great experiences, you know, using my skincare or how it's helped them or whatever to kind of be the face of my brand. Because I
Okay.
think that's the base of it.
You should get some twinsies, a boy and a girl, and get them to test
Okay,
it
yeah,
out.
that's a really good idea.
I have a question that came up on my feed. The question that came up on my feed was men and women's handbags,
Oh.
yay or nay, and why?
Ooh.
Tough one. He's in the hot spot.
Because it's been quite a trend, no?
Yeah, so I feel okay. I feel it's a yes and a no, depending on
You
how
sound-
you
you should get into
on the fence. You
politics.
should go into politics for sure. Yeah, go on.
It's a yes and a no because I feel like it depends on how you style it.
Yeah,
A.
sure.
Some bags I say are a no
Yeah.
for men.
Oh, I
Some
like
bags
what?
are
Like
like
what?
are just like a no.
Like what?
Like itty bitty bags.
Yeah.
Like really, really like
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
Other
Phone
things.
size.
Yeah, like it just doesn't aesthetically look nice.
Yeah.
But some bags are cool. Like, you know, those like little like camera bags or
Yeah,
like the ones
yeah.
that are like kind of on
Yeah.
like there's
But also the great big, the ones that I love, the Hermes hacks.
I
I
mean,
mean,
yeah.
come on. They are.
that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh,
They
come on.
are
That's amazing.
How
That's
many men do you
amazing.
see walking around with those?
You see quite a few men. I see
Well-
more men. I see
well,
more men.
apart
He's
from-
got a few, but I think I see more men, especially traveling. I mean, I like to see a
Travel.
man travel in that.
You
They're
should get into
amazing.
travel
Mm,
travel luggage and stuff.
I love.
I love that
Oh my god!
size,
And
you know, that
I'm
for me
like, I
is- yeah.
will get tennis elbow,
Yeah,
and like I'm fine.
yeah, and just as long
You
as the
know,
bag
as
is
long as
good.
I aesthetically look good.
So
Right.
because you eat
I've
and I
lost
have
track.
one side. That's
I've
okay.
lost
no,
track.
no,
Was this
question
the
no,
last
no,
number?
this is question number 4. You
Oh.
have the last one.
I haven't got the last one.
Okay,
You've
I
got
have the last
two
one. I
ones.
have so many actually. I got a lot that were asking me, but one I want if you could eat your last meal.
Make it stop.
Your last meal. Because you love food so much. Your last meal, what would it be?
Oh, yeah, that's why I wanted to ask you. Global restaurant or
that's
regional?
after- I'm asking his
Yeah,
last
but
meal.
I'm just tagging on to that
Oh,
question.
okay.
I want
So
to
give
know.
us. So that's a 2-part question. Give us your favorite global restaurant,
Or
and then give
regional.
us or regional and regional is global.
I'm gonna say something
Sweetheart.
really, really like cliche.
Your
My
mum's
Your
cooking.
mom's cooking.
No, no,
Oh.
no, no.
Yeah.
Oh, mom's cooking.
Mom's cooking.
But I'm gonna say Nobu.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's
Is
my
that 'cause
favorite.
you're going
That's
to
So
dinner
Nobu,
tonight?
no, but Nobu is like McDonald's, right? It's the same in every country. Like there's a standard, and you know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, true.
Do you know what I mean? And you always get the same good quality food. Like
There's
I feel
something
like-
very comforting, especially
Yeah.
when you're,
What's your favorite dish at Nobu?
Ooh, I have so many favorite dishes.
Yeah, okay.
So in Doha, they do this like it's a beef carpaccio, but they
Yeah,
only
yeah,
do it
yeah.
in Doha, and it's so
Really?
good.
Yeah. I've had it there.
They,
It's
do-
very
they do a
yummy.
beef, like the seared beef tataki.
No,
kind of
like a
No.
carpaccio.
Oh,
It's
nice.
really
It's
good.
really good.
My
In
favorite
London,
are
they
hand
do
rolls.
this seared fish, which
Yeah.
they only do in London, and
Yeah.
it's so
So
good.
good, yeah.
But I love like spicy tuna. I
Oh,
love like the
yummy.
crispy rice.
Yeah,
I love like
rice.
the
Oh my
hand
God,
But if
rolls
I
like
mean,
they
if-
do in Nobu Malibu.
Yeah, I know.
I
but-
just honestly.
Yeah, I think mine would be hand rolls, shrimp tempura,
But
hand
best
rolls.
travel
Yes.
destination?
No, wait, his
Oh,
last meal.
Misha's
Your
house.
last
Oh.
dish.
Misha's
Yeah, he's coming to my house with llama. Without llama, there's no coming to my house. Listen to me.
Yeah.
But your last meal, what would it be? Your restaurant would be Nobu, but if you had to choose your last meal, I want to know what yours would. Mine would probably be something Lebanese.
Ooh, I feel like there's this thing called kbeba,
Yeah.
which
Like
they
kibbe.
no.
No, it's
So kbeba, they do it in my grandma's from the city in Saudi called Hayel,
Yeah.
and they do this thing where it's kind of like waraq ainab,
Oh, yeah.
except they don't like roll it, they like fold it over like the vine leaves, and
like
they
a
put the thing,
parcel.
and they do it like layers. So it's like the waraq ainab like one layer, and then like meat one layer, and then waraq ainab one layer, and it's like it's so
good.
good.
juice. Oh my God, I'm starving now.
And it's like
Yeah.
sour and
Oh,
So I think what would be your last meal?
I think it would be something my grandmother used to cook, exceptionally with dolmades.
Yeah. Well, I think
Sounds so
actually
good.
mine would definitely be something Lebanese. Maybe it would be arais or something like kibbe basami or something. Yeah.
I would love a
Oh my
kebsa
God,
too.
let's
I
just
love kebsa.
Go.
I just love food.
Okay.
Can we eat after this?
Yeah.
Last question
hungry.
is.
Very last question is, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
So
Yes.
I don't know. So I feel
I
like
think that's okay.
I
yeah.
try to
Yeah.
try to always like look at myself in the mirror in the morning and I'm like, where do
I love you. I love you. I love you.
And honestly, I would say, I mean, obviously everyone like has like a vision for themselves, or I want to do this, or I want to be that, or I want to whatever. But I just want to have made an impact on
Yeah.
people
And how?
in a positive way. Like to make people feel more okay with being themselves, to make people feel more okay chasing their dreams, or working in whatever they want to do, or in life in general. I want to have made an impact. And I don't really
That's
care
very
like
nice.
the way that I come about it, or the way
Yeah.
that I do it, or whatever, because 5 years from today, like no, 5 years ago from
Ago,
today,
yeah.
I didn't know that I would be sitting here with you guys having a
For
doing a
sure.
whole
Well, trust me, we
podcast.
didn't know. Actually,
You
I always
know?
knew I'd do something with her. I just didn't know that it would be this. Sorry, I have come across a last question that I did have, which was actually amazing. And I think I want to finish on this. Do you think the role of the influencer is coming to an end?
No. Yes and no. No, it's a no. It's a no. It's a no. No. I think
No.
I
I
think
agree.
There was a time where I think people
We're
thought-
really fed up.
thought
Yeah.
it was not.
Well, especially
but
when
But
Dior gave 300 bags to 300
pushed
people.
those out that didn't have kind of true integrity, and I think more and more people know when it's nonsense
When
or
it's
not.
nonsense,
yeah.
I agree.
And you come from a very genuine place, I think.
And we are thrilled to have had you here.
I'm
Thank
thrilled to
you.
be
We've had
here.
a lot of fun.
Look at us.
Thank you so much.
And
We
thank
wish
you,
you
and
nothing
thank-
but the best of
And
luck.
thank you for the iced coffee.
Yeah,
Our
you're very
pleasure.
welcome. Our pleasure.
Least we
Thank you
could do,
guys. And it's
Abdullah.
goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from me.
Take care.
And
Bye
Abdullah,
bye.